So the next step is going to be preparing some vegetables as a bed for our turkey. So you can use a roasting rack, but I really love using vegetables because all these vegetables are going to release their own flavor and their own moisture, which is going to make an amazing gravy. So I start with onions, carrots, and celery. I'm just going to chop up a little bit more celery. So with this, we really only need a rough chop. We don't need any sort of fine dice or anything like that. All these will naturally release their moisture. So I can actually add these right to our tray. So I'm going to add the celery, going to spread out our onion, as well as our carrots. So now I'm just going to spread these around a little bit because again, we want to make sure this turkey is going to sit nice and level. And then I'm also going to add some fresh whole herbs. So I love sage, some rosemary, and also some thyme. So I'm not going to take the time to cut these up because I don't want all the little pieces of herb in my gravy, but these herbs are still going to release a whole lot of flavor. And now that we're done with our herbs, we are ready with our turkey. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our big old holiday turkey and put it right on our dish. So the next step we're going to take is drying off the turkey. So we want to grab some paper towels and make sure that there's no residual moisture on the exterior of the turkey, or else our butter isn't going to stick. So I'm just making sure all the nooks and crannies are nice and dry. Perfect. And then we're also going to tuck the wings back. So we're going to tuck the wings back to prevent them from burning. It is going to make a little pop sound. Don't worry about that. This is just going to prevent these wing tips from burning too much. So now we're ready to butter our turkey. So we have our compound butter right here. We're just going to spread it over the top. So like I said, if your turkey still has moisture on it, the butter is not going to stick to those spots. So we just want to make sure the turkey's nice and dry so it will accept all this extra butter. You want to make sure you're getting it in between all the joints of the bird as well. And luckily the butter will melt and cover some of the places that you've missed. So now that we're ready to probe, I'm going to grab my probe and I'm going about 2 inches over from the little triangular tail of the turkey, and I'm making sure the probe isn't hitting any bone or cartilage, while also making sure I'm really hitting the meatiest part of that thigh. You do want to insert the whole metal end of a probe because any exposed metal will read the temperature of your oven instead of an item. And we are going to set our probe temperature to 170 degrees. Technically, poultry only needs to cook to 165 degrees, but 170 degrees makes sure all the joints of this turkey are fully cooked, which is exactly what you want.